Hey, everybody. Welcome to Sparkle Saturdays with Coach Kimberly. I have some amazing sparkles here today. And today we are talking about healthy lyrics, right? And songs that we all know and love. And we are doing this in celebration of Black Music Month. You know, June has become synonymous with a month to celebrate a lot of different things. But for some reason, I think we forgot that this is actually Black Music Month. That started with President Jimmy Carter in 1979, and Joe Biden recently renewed June as Black Music Month. So we're here to just talk about some amazing people in music, and we want to kind of look at the lyrics, and kind of talk about what's healthy, what's not healthy in these lyrics. No shade to the artists, right? Because we all bring art from different spaces and different levels in our lives, especially regarding healing and all different kinds of things. So I'm Kimberly Braxton. I am your favorite transformation coach. And I am going to be asking these beautiful ladies some questions before we get into these lyrics. So I'm going to start with the first person I see at the top of the screen, and that is going to be Lisa. So, Lisa, and this question is going to be for everybody, but tell us who you are, where you're from, and what you do. I can't hear you, sis.
I mute the mic, so it
There
wasn't.
we go.
Hi, everybody. I'm Lisa L. Gilliam, otherwise known as One Singing Lady. I do a lot of different things. I'm was born in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. I don't know if you knew that, Kim, but I've actually lived in DC or Maryland all my life, or other than Virginia Union, where I actually met Kimberly or Coach Kim, and which is in Richmond, Virginia. And right now, I'm a transition teacher slash coordinator for a school system in Prince George's County, Maryland. But I also sing, write, and in November I released my first book, a co-authored with my
Yes.
high school. So sing, write, and speaking, those are my passions, and I try to bring that in whatever I do. So thanks for having me.
Awesome. No, I've known you for years, and I never knew you were from Florida.
I was only
I
there for
had
like
no
6 weeks,
clue.
so I don't know if it really counts, but that is where I was born.
Awesome. Okay. All right. So I see Cyrene. I hope I'm saying your name right. I love your voice. Like some of these ladies sing. We might have some hip hop in here. I love that it's intergenerational. So tell us about who you are, where you're from, and what you do, sis.
I am an alternative neo soul artist. I'm from Charlotte, North Carolina. Who I am, where I'm from, what I do, and I sing. I sing, and I write.
Yes. Okay. Okay. And Lisa, you said that you sing, right? You did say that, right?
Yes,
Yeah, I
ma'am.
want everyone to know what your talents are, what your gifts are. Okay, thank you so much. Charlotte is in the house. I have a lot of I've met a lot of queens from Charlotte because I work with Kitty Mo of True Dreams Radio. So, and she's out of Charlotte, but she's now in Florida. So, if you're watching from Florida, she's your girl to help you with your musical career, to help you with marketing. So that's how I met Cyrene. I'm saying your name correct?
Siren, like a mermaid.
Siren.
Siren, like a fire. Like
Okay, Siren. Okay, I want to make sure I say it right. Okay, so next I see Reese. Tell us who you are, where you're from, and what you do.
Hey, I'm Reese Raps. I'm a hip hop artist, singer, songwriter, host, event curator, based in Charlotte, North Carolina. I'm from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. I've
Okay.
lived all over, California, Missouri, St. Louis, Kansas City, but I'm in Charlotte now. I'm the founder of Dope Events, the
Mm-hmm.
LAP events. We throw the dopest events in the world, indie concerts, music related events, and all that. So, yeah, I'm just an artist that does a lot of other stuff as well. So,
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Thank you so much for joining. I was born in McKeesport.
Oh, really? Okay. So,
Yep.
yeah.
So I know about Pittsburgh with all those hills. I know
Mhm.
about Pittsburgh.
Yeah, that's
um,
where home is.
awesome. Thank you for joining. I like we got a little mix in here because we have you as a hip hop artist. So that's nice. Thank you for joining.
Thank
And
you.
then Shauna, my sorority sister, I know her as a soloist, but tell us who you are, where you're from, what you do.
Sure. Good morning, everyone. And well, good day to wherever you're listening. My name is Shauna Hooker. So on social media, it's Shauna Danae, which is my middle name. But I'm thinking and I'm listening to what everyone is saying. I, mine started as being a PK. So you sing, you play, you usher, you do everything. And so, yes, ma'am, I am a soloist, but I'm a worship leader as well. Can read music and, of course, play along and things like that. But I also write. And so I also have a recorded song that gets played on the radio still. And I'm just glad to be here. I'm glad to be here. I
Wait a
would say
minute, what's
that
the song?
professionally, Lord, you are. Lord, you are. I'll send
Okay,
it to you.
okay.
Yeah, yeah. I wrote that
Finish your
actually.
sta-
So, uh,
Wow, I didn't know
hmm
that.
yeah.
Finish your
Yes, ma'am.
statement.
Thank you. Just that I'm a professionally as well. I'm an addictions counselor, so we pull a lot of these lyrics and music, and what music does for us into treatment.
Oh, nice to know. We'll have to have you on again then so we could talk more about
Yeah.
about these lyrics.
Hmm.
So this one we don't have to go in this any order. Um it's whoever wants to respond first. The question is, when did you discover your musical talent? When did you discover your musical talent?
I go. I'm not sure if mine was discovered. It was told that this is, something that you are good at, and so really to get that confidence booster and then get the training needed afterwards. So I would say at least at elementary school, I can remember singing "Sunshine in My Soul" like as a 6 year old in front of a bunch of people. So yeah, started way early. Still
Okay.
discovering.
Mm-hmm. Yes, I agree.
As a child, I was a performer. I started out performing young, like age 5 through 12. My granddad, until I moved from Pittsburgh, my grandfather had a production called The Unspeakables, which was a lip sync production. So I was like the kid member of that group. We would put on shows. I've done so many shows through there. Eventually my first paid shows and everything like that. We have outfit changes, rehearsals, all of that. So that's what got me into performing as I was when I was younger. And then I picked it back. I actually started making writing and rapping when I was 19. So it's just
Okay.
um it's just been something that was instilled in me pretty young.
Similar stories for you and Shauna. Okay. Who's next?
I'll go. Mine was actually probably elementary school too. I grew up in church, and it's funny. My brother actually got a solo first, but I was always the one singing. And so one time, I don't know, we were doing something at a rehearsal, and the choir director heard me, Miss Preston, shout out to Miss Preston, she's deceased now, but she was just like, Lisa, you want to sing the duet together? And then I think my brother stopped singing after that. Like, he doesn't sing as much, but he actually has a voice. So I've been singing all the life. I used to play flute too, and I pluck a piano. I do not play. I'm not as talented. I can read some music because of flute, but yes, yep, I can pluck. But yep, elementary school as well.
Okay. Siren, what
Um,
about you?
I didn't know I could sing. People say I could sing. I've been in pageants and things like that coming up, but like I didn't hear myself until I got older.
Okay.
Mm.
So about what age?
I've been singing all my life. So like 5. I started at 5.
Okay.
Use
Started
that.
young too.
I thought that was the radio, but it's not. So yeah, I didn't know until I actually listened to my stuff.
Okay. Well, thank you for sharing, ladies, about your talent. And if you feel like singing any one of these songs, I won't be mad at you, okay? If you feel like dropping or spitting some lyrics, some bars, I won't be mad at you, okay? So let's get into this first song. The first song is by Mary J. Blige, Not Gonna Cry. So let's talk about what 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 is unhealthy about this particular song. I have my take on it, but what is unhealthy about this particular song?
Okay.
Coming
Mm-hmm.
from so I was a counselor for 20 years, and so I can relate to what you were saying about the addictions. And I I can't take God out of it, so I'm not trying to offend
Mm-hmm.
anybody, but I believe that God gave us tears for a reason. They're cleansing. They do help heal. And I'm a crier, so I'm definitely gonna be. And I think that anybody that tells someone not to cry, usually it's because of their own selfish ways, how they're going to feel about the situation, because it makes them feel uncomfortable instead of allowing a person to feel however they feel. And so anytime we're holding in, I mean, I can relate to the song because I have definitely been hurt in a relationship.
Mm-hmm.
Several
Mm-hmm.
times. But I think that you're saying you're not going to cry about it, then you're just holding in that pain, and I think that that is extremely unhealthy. I understand you don't want to, you want to front, act like everything's cool, but no, you do that with your girls. But you know what I'm saying? Like if you need to cry, go ahead and cry.
Lisa,
Yes.
and crying is seen as a weakness, and it's not. Like, no, y'all want me to cry. You want me to release this, and not walk around like a time bomb. And or even we've had like crying sessions. Just let it out. This is a safe place. Just get
Right.
it in your head, release, cry. We good. All right, let's go back.
Um,
Absolutely.
I can relate to the song because she's talking about leaving a relationship and disconnecting like instantly. You can't do that. It's not healthy. It's not healthy for you
Mm-hmm.
to go.
One of the things that struck me in this song was when she said she was okay. It says, I was your lover and your secretary, working every day of the week, was at the job when no one else was there, helping you get on your feet. Okay. So for me, it sounds like she didn't practice self-care. Like, who, if I worked every single day of the week, I would be so tired. Like, how everybody needs time to rest and replenish, right?
Mhm.
And she was helping him get on his feet, which means she put herself last, right? So
Right.
that really kind of, it just sticks out to me. Like, she didn't practice self-care, and she definitely didn't put herself before this man, right? And so I think that's toxic. I think that's toxic. And then, of course, he leaves her for someone else.
She also
Kim, I
said she
hear.
swallowed fears.
Hmm.
She swallowed her fears for him and not for herself.
Mm-hmm.
I hear regret for the imbalance. So not necessarily, we can go deep. I can go deep into, I didn't take care of myself, but she's hearing all of the investment that she's made, and now she regrets it. So is
Mm-hmm.
if that absolutely verifies and justifies a reason to cry, for a time, a chunk of her, I'm sure, adult life that she's devoted to someone else. And then she's able to list them off and recall them. No, this is a reason to cry. It's not a
Yeah,
weakness. Yeah, it's not a weakness.
absolutely. Reese, did you want to add to this song?
No, y'all got it. Yeah, definitely. Definitely not crying when you have emotions that make you want to cry and you're holding it in. It's not healthy.
It's not. And the thing is, when people hold things in, they think they're holding them in, right? But they generally come out in unhealthy ways.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like a lot of times people hold in anger and it comes out in another unhealthy way. So it's going to get out, and it may not be coming out the in the way that, you know, that might serve a person in the right way, but it's going to come out.
Yeah, it's gonna leak out
It's going to come out.
either in
You
a
know, and the
controlled
other thing in
manner
this
or
song,
it's not controlled. My
right.
apologies. Yeah.
No, go ahead.
I was just gonna say either it'll come out in a controlled manner where we've taken the time
Yep.
and dedicated it to healing ourselves, or to write a song about how we felt, or some anthem. This is an anthem. People get together, women get together, come on, and we're just singing it and we're promoting, But no, what I'm saying is I'm disappointed. I've been
Right.
let down. I was lied to. You know.
Yes.
Can I say
Yes.
something? Could we also probably need to be careful about what we are singing, what we are saying? I remember I was watching. I don't know if that. I've heard one artist talk about a song, but I sing often. I love karaoke, y'all, and I sing it a lot, and I even get money given to me when I sing it. And but the words meant something to me after a breakup, and once those feelings were gone, I wasn't. It didn't have the same effect. I still would sing it, but I heard the artist say, if you continue to sing this particular song, then you're going to continue to get that because words are life. So even though we're singing,
Mhm.
saying that, we're speaking that into our own selves. So I try to be really careful when I'm writing my lyrics, or even when I'm singing the song, to try not to allow them to take over me as well. Because, like I said, I've been
Mhm.
in a situation, and it is disappointing when you poured everything into someone, whether you did it because you really love them or not, and then you don't get anything, or the end result is not what you wanted. So,
Yes. Lisa, I hear like a little bit of feedback when you're talking.
okay,
Um, I'm not sure if maybe we need to lower our volumes a little bit, but I hear a little bit of feedback when you talk.
okay. I'm connected to the Ethernet, so I'm not exactly sure, but I'll try to lower it and
Oh,
see.
that's better. That's better. You sound better now. I'm not sure what happened, but hopefully Shauna will be able to come back because I see like she's buffering. But let's get into this next song. This next song is by Ashanti, and it's a popular song, Foolish, right? That song was really popular. When that song came out, that thing was a banger. And I used to play it all the time. So Foolish, and we learned, I think, a little bit later that she was talking about Gotti, I think it was, in this song. But let's talk about this song, Foolish. Who wants to go first?
Can you refresh our memory on the song?
Uh See, my days are cold without you, but I'm
Yeah.
hurting while I'm with you. I know my heart can't take no more. I keep on running back to you.
Okay.
I can definitely relate to
Yeah.
that. My whole it's two for two, Coach Kim. But yes, running back to someone. I told you I can't take out of it. The scripture talks about as an adult returns to his, or a fool returns his
Vomit.
case of vomit,
Yes.
or backwards. I talk about that in my book too. And I've been that person running back to something you know you shouldn't get. The person is showing you that they're not going to treat you right or do what you need to do. And that's not good for you, just as a person. You know what I mean?
Right.
Um, but at least she was honest about hurting. She was honest about her feelings, but I totally understand
Yes.
back
That's
to
true.
and that does not usually turn out. I'm a hopeless romantic. I would love for it to turn out that way, but
Yes.
Shauna's backstage.
Yep,
Okay.
yep.
She's not showing for me. Hold on.
Yeah, I have to let her back in.
What's funny is my real name is
There she
Shauna,
goes.
spelled like that as well.
Oh,
I
really?
thought
So every time you saying Shauna, I'll be like,
Oh, wow. Shauna. I'm trying to add her back in. I'm trying to add her back in. I wonder why it's not letting. Oh, there we go. There we go. Okay, she should be coming now. Shauna, we're talking about Foolish by Ashanti now.
Oh, I can hear
I
you.
have definitely been in an addictive relationship. Like it was addictive on my behalf, right? I kept going back because the abuse felt familiar. Does that make sense?
mm-hmm.
Yeah, the abuse felt familiar. So, I because I dealt with abuse growing up, an abusive relationship felt comfortable for me. Does that make sense? So I kept going back and kept going back to the relationship. I'm trying to invite Shauna back in. Okay, there she go. All right, Shauna, we're talking about Ashanti. Anybody have anything to add for Foolish?
What's the question?
Do you have anything to add for that song, Foolish?
And on whether the lyrics are healthy or unhealthy, or what's the question?
Yeah, just anything you want to add about the song in
I wonder how
regards
she feels
to
about the song now that she's really has gone back in her relationship with Nelly. I don't know the timing that this was written, but I mean, and I look at how many times people cycle in relationships. So it feels, the song might work for coming out, but how do we feel about, we want to tuck away the stuff that happened. Oh, it's good. We done worked on it, and it's like
right.
you just said it was foolish. So
I
I mean,
like I
Hmm.
like the realization at the end where she's like, "You ain't never gonna change." I like
Yes,
full
Yeah.
circle.
yes, Siren. Because you know what? Sometimes I feel like sometimes I know I have gone into a relationship thinking someone was going to change, right? Or the potential of, oh, they could be this way. Or either I've been in situations where, for instance, because I'm happily divorced. I've been
Girl,
in
me
situations where, there was infidelity. Maybe he'll change. Maybe he'll spend more time, now. But, to really accept that a person is not going to change unless they want to, that's powerful. That's powerful. Let's look at the next song. So I don't know if you all know this song, Slowly, Surely by Jill Scott. Y'all know that? I'm gonna tell y'all that song got me through some stuff. Okay. So the lyrics start off saying, slowly, surely, I walk away from that old, desperate, and tainted love, caught up in the maze of love, the crazy craze of love. Thought it was good, thought it was real, thought it was, but it wasn't love. That's deep. And I'm gonna tell you, that got me through some stuff. But I don't know if y'all know that song, so I think I'm gonna bypass that one. Let's get into Crazy, the Beyonce song, Crazy.
I hadn't, may I respond like even to the lyrics? I had not heard of that song, but kind of how I learn music anyway, I look at the story that's in the lyrics, you know. So pull the
Mhm.
music and what are the lyrics saying? And even in what you just read, it made me think about what are we comparing this idea of love to? Are we using the relationships we've been in before? Is it the kind of story tale stuff? And then
Mhm.
now it's like, okay, let me look at that for a little bit. What are my
Mhm.
expectations, or like you were just speaking about coming out the other song? Just what's real? What do we think that's real?
Yes. So in another one of her verses, she says, um, I just don't know where I should go. So slowly, surely, I walk away from self-serving, undeserving, constantly hurting me, love, deserting me, love. You said, I said, we said, but it's deep. This song is deep right here. Confusing
Powerful.
love, misusing love, abusing love. It's deep. This song got me through some stuff, y'all.
I don't know why we think we have to do something or go somewhere. Like you just said, the lyrics. Well, am I gonna go? I'm gonna sit right here and work on me. That's my testimony. Yeah, is I don't have to just up and go to. Nah, I gotta heal. I gotta heal.
Yeah, you know, Shauna, that's interesting too when you say that because I know you're in your second marriage right now, right?
Yes,
That
second
first
and last.
marriage, I know that's right. Look, talk a little bit about that first marriage. Just a little
Ooh.
snippet.
And you just read about it, so that's why I'm commenting. It's
Girl.
one being very young, like teenage and through the 20s. We tell our children all the time the hardest thing, I've lost family members and stuff, but the hardest thing I've done as an adult is to be a wife in my 20s, because I still don't know myself. I don't know what type of milk I like. It's a lot of little things that we just don't even know about ourselves. And so to try to accommodate someone else all while this was going, it was rough. And so then coming out of that, it's let's find. I knew, y'all, I knew what I did not want, and it was really a matter of a prayer to say, what do you want? Oh, okay, let's spend some time on that. Let's spend some time on what I do want and what I do need, not what I just saw. And I don't want anything that looks like that. Well, I mean, I'm putting my kind of rose-colored glasses on some of the stuff that I was all good and everything. So let's
Hmm.
be real about who I am, and not really just
Hmm.
all pointing fingers at someone else.
Yes.
Mhm.
Yes. You know what? I look at people suspect when I only hear what the other person did wrong.
Yeah.
Mm.
Because I will tell anybody that I had my part in the demise of our marriage as well. You know, I know I was too controlling. I know I was manipulative because I was still deep in my hurt and all my stuff that I hadn't dealt with. So I definitely contributed to, you know, the end of our marriage, right? I know I contributed to it. Anybody else have anything they want to share before we move on to Beyonce?
Oh, I just wanted to say that I understood the lyrics and what you guys were saying. Um, I left my husband after postpartum depression and not understanding what was going on and my gestational and things like that. So, um, like you said, I wanted to be a wife. I wanted to be a mom before I knew who I was. Before I knew who I was, and I was married at 20 and divorced at 24. So, um, I understood the lyrics. You know what I'm saying.
Hmm.
We know. Yeah,
I didn't know
yeah.
that, Siren. I had
Yeah.
no clue.
I didn't like she said, I didn't know who I was until I left or until I decided to leave. I was like, I don't want this. I don't want this.
Hmm.
Hmm.
We need a support
Yeah.
group.
Yeah, I feel like this song was very empowering for somebody to stay firm on their decision to leave a situation that is not serving them. You know, I've never been married, but I was in a abusive relationship from age 19 till almost 24. So leaving that situation, it was hard to leave, believe it or not. But when you actually exited, it was like a lot of things fell into place. I started finding out, I felt really free finding out who I am. But I could see that song really helping a lot of people stay firm on their decision to actually go.
Hmm. Thank you for that. It's
Yeah,
true. It
definitely.
actually did help me leave a narcissistic relationship that occurred. That relationship was after my marriage, and just very unhealthy, very toxic. And I'm telling you, that song really helped me get through and really gave me the courage to just walk away. Like this, I deserve better, you know? So thank you for that. So the next song is Crazy. Crazy, Beyonce. Y'all know that song.
Crazy in Love.
No, no. No, no, no. Yeah, that one.
Boy, I try to catch myself, but I'm out of control. Your
Yeah,
sexiness is so appealing. Yeah.
I can't let it go. Come on, give it to us. That song is a dance theme. I think it's like we're celebrating where we are because the music is is the song, you know. But I'm grateful, like just again, to just break down the lyrics of what are we saying?
Mm-hmm.
What are we saying?
Mm-hmm.
I can't say. I
Yeah.
mean, I can relate again, but I don't want to be crazy over anybody. Honestly,
No,
I think for
no.
me, I always go back to the mental health thing, and I don't think it's healthy. I think it should be balanced. But I get it. I understand. I've been there, but this is another one. I know y'all probably gonna get. Beyonce has a lot of talent, but I'm not a fan. I know I'm probably the only one in the
No,
world that feels that way. I
You're
like Kelly
not.
Group better. Like Kelly was probably my person, but she's super talented. And because she has so much pull, I also think that she needs to be careful in some of this stuff because people do feel when you've counseled young girls, like I already said, I've already made my own mistakes, but when you counsel young girls who are like in high school and they literally are getting themselves caught up to the place where they don't know how to function. They forget they in
yeah,
school, they know supposed to be learning, but they not learning. They learning not about
Mm-hmm.
education, I'll put it that way, right?
Right.
Um and maybe physical education, but not like not math, not science, not English. And I just think yes, it's great, it's a great dance song. But I personally, I guess I just turned 50 last month, y'all. I just don't want to ever be crazy over anybody so much that I lose myself because I've been there.
Oh my
yeah,
gosh. Yes.
yeah.
Yeah,
You lose
it's not a
identity.
Yes.
good
Talk
place
about
to
it.
be. And climbing out of that valley is. I'm laughing now, but I was not laughing then at all. So
It makes
Yes.
me think
What?
about even what Reese was saying. So I can identify what you said, Lisa, but like us being free. Once you come and you have this place of freedom, oh,
mhm,
I'm bucking. I'm no mind control, no none of that. So
yeah,
I think we need a song on that part, really
right,
just to help.
Mm-hmm.
Because
yeah,
this one, when I
Mm-hmm.
hear or read those lyrics of crazy, like you doing above and beyond. And I think
Right.
about I'm not gonna add to your songs, Kim, but I love Aretha Franklin, but till you
Mm.
come back to me. And I was like, oh, she is straight stalking. She's rapping on his
yeah.
door and tapping on his window pane.
I'm
I'm
knocking on your
gonna
door.
knock
I'm tapping
on
on your door.
your
I'm
Absolutely.
like,
tap
babe, what?
on your wish. Oh yeah, she was talking.
She was stalking him. Like
She
he
was
needed a
talking.
restraining order.
I just think
I
she
didn't
wants
even think about
closure.
that till you said that. That
Well, she's
is
here. I know you in there. I
bananas.
know you in there. I know you in there. Right. Your car out here.
That's funny.
Oh my gosh, that's crazy. One lyric in here, one of the lines in here stands out to me. Tennis shoes don't even need to buy a new dress. If you ain't there, ain't nobody else to impress. You know, I was like, I think about age 38, maybe 40, somewhere around there, where I really just started finding validation from myself and for myself, right? So like if I pick out something to wear, I'm picking it out because I actually like it. Like I'm not picking it out to get attention. I'm not picking it out to impress somebody else. I used to be like that, right? I used to be like that. But I'm just like so happy to be free from it. Can y'all relate to that?
Absolutely.
Yes. And yet I
Yeah.
still do both. Sometimes. Depends on who it is, you
You're
know?
married. You're married. So yeah, I mean, sure. You want your husband's eyes to pop out his head. I'm sure. You know, I'm gonna buy this. So yeah. I mean,
Well, I don't know, Lisa. You're right. We're not. I don't know if we're doing it for other people, but what the thing is that it's going to happen. I think there's a
That's true.
different
mhm,
confidence of we could come. I could show up straight moo and nothing, and it's going. The attention is going to come because
That's
we
true.
are who we are. We walk with it. That's just that aura and glow that's around us that we're confident.
That's true. So good point. If this person watches, I have a crush. Like he's my crush.
Oh yeah.
And he knows, I've told him. And we're good, we're cool, we're friends. And yeah, you know, if I know he's gonna be around, I gotta be extra cute. But it's
Sure,
not
sure.
even to try to get him because I already know it's not like that. I can't, you know, that's crush is literally a nickname um for him. But you know, no, I usually will do whatever. But you know when you're cute or you know when you've done a little extra that day than when you haven't. But no, I am at this point, yes, it is really more about me and how I feel. But you know, a lot of
absolutely.
people will try to put that on you. Like literally, I love makeup, y'all. Um, and so I remember one of my friends was saying, you know, how I was doing stuff because I was trying to impress other people, and it had nothing. I have over 100 lipsticks. I just went super crazy on buying like eyeshadows. I don't care. Like it's never been about anybody else. That's for me.
Okay.
So
Right.
do whatever.
Yeah.
And so I take that in all of my relationships, whether it's with a male or even a female friend. But people will say
Hmm.
whatever or do whatever, you know, because they're uncomfortable in their own space. And, you know,
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm glad you wrote
So
down these lyrics because a lot of them, you know, I listen to the song, but I don't know like the lyrics. So it's interesting to hear the perspective.
yeah, it is, right? So we got started a little bit late because of technical issues. However, I want to do one more song. So why don't y'all choose from the list? Those of you who have the list, I hope everybody did get the list. Like, which one do y'all want to examine before we start wrapping up?
Those are all good, Kim. I love Heard It All Before. But Tyrone had some points too. And
Do
so
that
did
one because
Love
she's
on the
from
Brain.
Charlotte.
Huh?
Yeah.
She's from Charlotte.
There
Y'all
it
want to
is.
do that one?
Yes.
Whatever one you want.
Yeah.
Okay. So this is for the Queen City, right? So heard it all before by Sunshine Anderson. And you know when that come on, when you out, everybody gets up and dances, right?
Yes,
Yes.
It could be people that didn't dance the whole night, and then that song come on, and they
absolutely.
getting up. Okay. So heard it all before. I love the way it starts off because he's trying to act like he didn't do anything. Baby, let me explain to you what I'm saying.
Right.
What you saying? It's not even like that. It wasn't like that, but I saw you. I actually saw you. So and I see you, Kitty Mo, True Dreams Radio. She said yes, let's do that one. All right. So y'all, what do y'all have to say about this one?
It's a good breakup song. Like moving on. Like you heard it before. Your lies are not working now. You know, look who's
Mm-hmm.
hurting now. she had to, move on. I like the relationship songs where they're not, even though you gotta like sit in it too, but I like the moving on ones and everything. So this is one of the ones where it's very empowering. It's upbeat.
Yeah.
Everything. I've opened up for her too before, so I know what
Really?
yeah.
Give us a few bars, Reese.
A few bars about
Yes,
what.
anything.
um, I mean, I feel like I'm like with the topic,
Mm-hmm.
trying to think of something that
We're gonna come back to you,
topic.
okay? We're gonna come back to you. All right, who wanna sing a little bit of this song? And then we're gonna talk about it some more.
Lisa. Ooh.
Coming home. Go ahead.
Call
Go
down.
ahead, Lisa.
I don't really. I mean, I know when I listen to it. I was trying to see if I
Coming home late,
Yeah.
missing you barely beat the sun. Tapping my shoulder, thinking you gon' get you some. Smelling like the fragrance that I don't even wear. Go.
if you want some loving, I suggest you go back there where you
Where you
Where
came
you
came
came
from?
from.
Yeah, I
I
think
do
she had an
exactly right.
epiphany, y'all. Like, I'm not gonna deal with this no more. You
Yeah.
know what I
She
Right.
mean?
drew a line in the
And
sand.
but it's like, how many times have we listened to the live? Again, I can relate. You know what I mean? And
Mm-hmm.
yeah, not willing to deal with it anymore. Like, you in my car, you taking somebody else in my. First of all, I'm not gonna just let
That
anybody else
part.
use my car. But yeah, he was bold, and she's like, I'm not dealing with this no more. That's a
Mm-hmm.
nice way of saying it.
I
This.
think that on topic, one of Reese's songs, Alibi. I was
Yeah, I can see that. And Kitty Mo said
yeah.
enough is enough too. I can see that too. I'm just trying to think of yeah, so Alibi is like, you told me you would be here. Now I see that's a lie. Don't need you, just so we clear. Don't need your alibi. I
Mm.
put you up to the test. You couldn't testify. You told me you would be here. Now I see. And then the second verse is like, our problems turned to a cold case. Wouldn't testify so we can solve it to save face. I see you just parading all around what I made, they ain't my heart alive without my blessing. They say grace. Now look at the game change. But you still want to keep your peace. I will use your words against you if you even try to speak. Waited till I found you guilty. Now you want to take a plea, but that don't work when you the person that you claimed you never be.
Okay.
So
Oh,
that's Alibi. And then enough is
Love
enough
it.
is like Kitty Mo said enough is enough because the beginning is like, yo, be feeling mad different and I be different mad. I'm liable to spaz and I be feeling bad. Don't want to spend another minute with a minute man. It's always bills that we be splitting, never dividends. Came on the shorter end and rolls divvied up. I've done enough to know that enough is enough. I've done
Dope.
Love
enough
A
to know
minute
that
that.
man.
enough is enough. But when you tell us how you feeling, they
Oh,
feel some type of way. So yeah, that's how that goes.
Thank you. Thank you for blessing us. Okay. Thank you.
Thank
All
y'all.
right, hold on. Siren, you want to add a little something before we go?
I do want to touch on Crazy real quick, real
Okay.
quick. Is that so?
Mm-hmm.
I believe that because children and because she wrote that when she was younger, or she sung it when she was younger. I believe that we have our first experience when we're young, so our we're more, what's the word I'm looking for? We're stimulated more when we're younger because it's new to us, and I see that in my
Mm-hmm.
children. So of course of course you're gonna react crazy. Of course you're like, oh my gosh, I ain't never had this before. I'm in love. Whole time this your first time. You don't know. You don't know.
Right,
Um,
right.
but after you know the steps to move forward in the right direction.
Awesome. I got two more questions for y'all, and then we're going to close it out. Thank you so much. I really have enjoyed this conversation. So, how do you cultivate your gift? Like, what do you do to continue to, you know, grow in your gift?
Gotta keep creating, make time for it. Sometimes I do so much though. It's like I don't even have time to make music. So I try to freestyle and different things to take the pressure
Hmm.
off of it. And just as long as I'm expressing myself through my music, staying true to that form of expression, and how you feel. I think when it comes to even like talking about lyrics, healthy, unhealthy, some of my lyrics are unhealthy. You know what I'm saying? Some are healthy. It depends on how I'm feeling, but at the end of the day, I'm expressing myself. And wherever
Yes.
you at in your life, you gonna either receive it or or not. So yeah.
And that's what it's
Thank
all
you.
about. It's all about expression, it's all about growth and development, right? So, anyone else, how do you cultivate your gift?
I definitely don't do as much as I should now. Just like I write, but like I said, right now my book is more priority for me because it's a book about relationships too. So some of the stuff that you talk about,
What's the
21
name of the
days,
book,
actually
Lisa?
21 days, and it's myself and Tracy and Morley. Um, I'll type it in the chat. But I do like, even though I told you I love karaoke, but that's a practice stage for me. Whenever I go, I'm gonna still always try to do my best, even when I mess up. Like I'm trying a new song,
Hmm.
whatever. But because I'm a songwriter and I write my own music, um, the expression that I have from singing somebody else's is just not the same when I'm doing my own. But I try to give life. I never want to sound like another artist. I never try to sound like another artist.
Hmm.
I give life in the own way that I need to express it. Um, and then I can't even think. You will probably remember the professor's name at Union. He was a speech and drama professor. We had to take oral interpretation, and I never realized how much the things I learned in acting would also translate into music. Because I changed to a speech and drama major.
Hmm.
And practicing whenever I can, whenever the COVID shut me down, y'all. I didn't want to be around anyone. I didn't want to sing anywhere. I didn't want to do anything. Had to get over that own anxiety and fear and stuff. But now I'm starting to get back out there. So just being open to whatever opportunities God has for me, whether that's singing at a wedding or a funeral or a birthday party, or even doing my own music in a band again. We'll see how that goes. It's so much work. So I commend y'all that are doing it actively now, because I need
Yes, me too.
a break. I
Yes.
need a break. But when it's in you, I don't ever. I'm so thankful for the gift to be able to encourage other
Hmm.
people in the midst. I don't ever want God to take that away from me. So I know you have to use it, and so, but I do commend you all that have continued on, and because it's a lot more work. I admit singing is 90% mental, it's 10% the performance. You know what I mean? You really have to
Hmm.
be in a good space, or not a good space, depending on what it is that you're singing about. But you really, it connects to all your emotions, and it really is a universal language.
Yes. Simon, what about you? What do you do to cultivate your gift?
I just wanted to say, Reese and Lisa, y'all are still cultivating, even though y'all are busy as a writer. Whether you're writing music or writing a book, you're still a writer. And Reese, you just came from tour. If you still not on tour, like she's
Yeah.
cultivating. She is cultivating. Um, for me, LAG Life's a Gamble Entertainment, that is my management team. They have gotten me so much work. I have a show in New York. Y'all, it's my first time
Oh,
flying on the plane,
congratulations.
like, y'all. Um Writing, even now, if I'm driving, I write better when I'm driving. So when I'm driving, I'll take my phone out and record whatever I got going on, just for um future songs and things like that. But I lately, and I say lately because I've been depressed for a while, y'all. I just got out. Hey.
Hey, let's
So
go.
so so just living in the moment and feeling and allowing myself to feel in that moment and allowing myself to be myself. If I'm tired, then I'm tired. If I'm up, then I'm up and we live. Okay.
Mhm.
So that is how I cultivate my gift.
Thank you. What about you, Shauna?
I'm listening. I would say I don't go looking for trouble. So taking some of the things that was said, I identify with Lisa. Like right now, I'm not actively doing 4 services, in 2 locations and all that stuff. I'm not there right now. I have children to get out of high school and into middle school. That's where we are with our youngest one. But I do write. I write. I do write. I write. Um, and that's what keeps me safe. That's what keeps me sane. When in writing, a lot of times the inspiration comes when I'm in the garden. I'm a gardener, or when I'm walking, and it's just you taking your my mind is silenced to say what it needs to say,
Mm-hmm.
or you receive the inspiration from nature, and you realize that you don't control anything. So the things that we're going through in life are a lot. Can be a little um, fine tuned. But when it's time to sing, I say yes. When it's time to preach or teach, I say yes. And you gonna get this work, like Lisa said. When we show up, it's 110. When you get it all, and don't reuse this microphone ever because we left it out there. And so that's something that when I see any type of artists that aren't actively practicing, they're not in a good space because it's still that doesn't mean the flow has stopped. It just means that
Right.
you don't have a release anywhere. So, I mean, this is a great opportunity for us to, I guess I would also say in cultivating is with others, other types, other genres, other,
Mm-hmm.
with instrumentalists. I know we hear stuff differently. We can listen to a song and somebody hears brass in the background, or you actually hear all the harmonies. Wait, that's a 4 part. And people look at us because it's a foreign language. It's like, oh, we just have a different appreciation for music. So that's how I cultivate is to stay plugged in, to focus on what's most important, and then say yes when I can.
Thank you for sharing that.
Mhm.
For me, I remember growing up, I love to sing. I always liked singing. I realized at some point I started comparing myself to other singers. And when I developed a more spiritual relationship with God, one thing he said to me was, don't compare the gift that I gave you. Like I gave you a gift, right? And so when I realized that when I compared myself to others, I was minimizing my gift, right? So that's one of the things I had to learn not to do, and just accept my gift and develop my gift. And I still write songs. I write poems too. You know, I'm not an artist like Reese and Siren and Lisa. You all are more practicing artists. I still write though, because it's just in there, right? It's just in there. And sometimes I just have to get it out on paper, or I'll hear a harmony and I'll just put it on my voice recorder. Maybe one day God will show me what to do with this stuff, but I still get it out there.
Mhm.
So
Sometimes it takes
anybody
collaboration to get it out there as well. Not everybody is a gonna write a full song, but that doesn't make you any less
Yeah,
of an artist.
good point.
y'all see Kitty Mo, thank you for that. You're right. Cause like what I was thinking, maybe I could just put some stuff on SoundCloud too. So other people
Right,
can use it.
right.
Kitty
Harmony
Mo
is
said,
songwriting too.
Just
she said, I,
copyright it
I
and
wish
get
I
some
could.
money.
Yes, exactly. That part. I wish I could sing, she said, or rap. LOL. I have started back writing poetry again. Oh, that's good. That's good. Hey, beautiful
So,
ladies. Have a beautiful Juneteenth holiday weekend. Black Girl Magic. Thank you, Eric.
We went to junior high school
Um,
reunion.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, so here is our last thing. We're gonna wrap it up. So I'm gonna start with Reese. How can people keep up with you? Where are you most active?
Everything Reese Raps, REECEE Raps on everything. ReeseRaps.com. Best way to keep up with me is going to be by joining my text line. I have a line you could text me at 412-207-3755, where I
Mhm.
keep people updated. Like if I'm in your city, I could text only that city and let them know I'm in that city, and when I'm dropping new music and stuff like that. So definitely join the text line. Instagram, Reese Raps, Google Reese Raps, and look at my music. Everything's Reese Raps on everything. Oh, and I'm
Okay.
rapping recipes now. So if you want some dope
What?
recipes in rap form, check out rapping recipes on Instagram.
Sounds so interesting. I'm gonna have
Vegan
to check that
recipes.
out. Reese, can you drop that number and your name in the comments so that way when I can add it to the show notes at the end, okay?
I could drop it in a chat. It won't let me drop stuff in the comments.
Okay,
But
yeah, the chat.
okay.
That's fine. Shauna, how can people keep up with you?
Oh wow. Just this name, Shauna Danae. Um, all handles it'd be Instagram, Facebook, whatever, TikTok, all of them is Shauna Danae.
Okay. And you can drop, well, I know you. All right, so I'll
Yes.
put it in the show notes.
Okay.
Siren, how can people keep up with you?
You can find me anywhere. Siren, SYREN, water, like a mermaid, Siren Water.
Okay. And you can drop it in the chat so I can make sure I spell it right.
Yes, ma'am.
And Lisa, how can people keep up with you?
I'm up here trying to follow all y'all right now. So
Yeah.
um, people can actually, if you go to my website, lisalgilliam.com, I have all of my social media handles. I'm on TikTok, Instagram. Facebook is just Lisa L. Gilliam because I got rid of the page. And Instagram at the number one singing lady.
Okay. And if you could drop that in the chat, I'll
Yes.
make sure that gets in the show notes. So thank you. Thank you. You all are now officially my Sparkle Sisters. So thank you for joining me today to talk healthy lyrics, in celebration and recognition of Black Music Month. Somebody just wrote, great to see intelligent and gifted women operating in their artistry. Keep going, ladies. That's from Jason Bates. Thank
That's
you
my
so much, Jason.
cousin.
Oh, thank you for tuning in, Jason. Thank you for dropping a comment. Thank you so much. Thank you, ladies, for joining. And I will make sure this gets in the show notes. And you all continue to enjoy your day. It's nighttime here in Abu Dhabi. It's 8 o'clock at night. So
Oh,
me and
wow.
my tour are about to do something. So y'all have a wonderful rest of the weekend. Thank you, ladies.
Thanks for having us, Kim.
Thank
Nice
you
to
so
meet
Thank
you
much.
all.
you.
Bye.
Bye bye.
Bye.
Thank you.